saying is that the biggest power booster on our planet is green light. Light from above that touches chlorophyll and the hemoglobin. Chlorophyll in plants, hemoglobin in human beings. These people are saying that by taking this stuff, they're getting a message. NASA is saying that what is in the stuff that they're taking is an encrypted message coming from green light. We learn from this material that chlorophyll converts light energy into something called ATP. It's a large scientific name. We won't get into that. But ATP is in both plants and human beings. Actually, it is the hemoglobin in humans, which is complementary to chlorophyll in plants. ATP is the source of energy for living cells in plants and in humans and in animals. And ATP is a direct result of light from above interacting with either chlorophyll or hemoglobin, interacting with green. So it's green light which is actually responsible for ATP. And ATP is the immediate source of energy for muscle contraction. In other words, you couldn't move unless there's ATP, and there's no ATP unless there's green light, light interacting with the green of the earth. So the heme group in humans is related to the chlorophyll in plants, and through light touching both, there is the source of energy for all life. This provides the plant food in the form of carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids, the building blocks of life. And now for today, what I want you to do is keep in mind this article, and that nucleic acid is DNA. Green light, DNA. We said there's a connection. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Very, very important. Keep in mind that, because it's going to be important, very important a little later as we get into this. Without the photosystem, now the photosystem is NASA's term for the green light. Without the photosystem, molecules, life as we know it, would cease to exist. So how important is green light? Without it, there's none of anybody. Just as in human cells, the photosystem proteins, that's the green light, inside a plant cell are translated from amino acids. These amino acids are in turn translated from the complex array of nucleic acids in DNA. The description of the molecular code reads like an encrypted message. Now, what's interesting about that is the nucleic acid is the product of green light. The green light is an angle of light. It's a photon, which the Bible says is an angel of light. The angle of light as a photon is a messenger particle. The angel in the Bible is a messenger. And so here now we find that there's a direct connection between the angle of light, or the messenger, and an encrypted message called DNA. There's a direct connection. NASA has given us a direct connection. In other words, there could be no DNA unless there's light interacting with heme and chlorophyll. There can be no DNA unless there's an angle of light, and the angle of light is the messenger, and we find out that the DNA is an encrypted message. And that's what it says in your article from NASA in the very last line. A description of the molecular code reads like an encrypted message. So you see how everything is conveyed in symbols. Even you, it's an encrypted, you're an encrypted, there's a coded message inside of you. Not a plain, there's nothing written on your head or anything. It's all written in cosmic code, really.
Tune into yourself and take action towards the life you've always wanted. And that's why we recommend Skillshare. If you want to learn more about this topic, Skillshare is the perfect place to start. This platform has thousands of classes from different categories that will provide you with a lifetime's worth of experience and knowledge in such short periods of time that there's no excuse not to try it out. There is a class I highly recommend. It's called Modern Meditation. Discover your potential, power, and purpose. Created by Justin Michael Williams. In his Skillshare original, Justin will help you take action towards the life you've always wanted with an exclusive 10-day meditation experience. In just 10 minutes a day, and with Justin as your guide, you'll identify the aspects of your life that need the most attention, break through self-sabotage and fears getting in your way.
NASA tells us there's an intelligent message conveyed to all living things in a molecular code which reads like an encrypted message. Isn't it encrypted? You know what an encrypted message is? It's code. It's like Morse code, you know. Job 8:16. He is green before the sun, and his branch shoots forth in his garden. Job 15:31. Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. It shall be accomplished before his time, and his branch shall not be green. Psalm 23, the one that everybody knows. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. It's not talking about cow pastures. It's not talking about what you think is a pasture. It's talking about something much more significant. Song of Solomon 1:16. Behold, you are fair, my beloved, yes, pleasant. Also, our bed is green. Revelation 9:4. And it was commanded them, that's talking about the angels, that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads, which is the pineal gland. There's a book called The Power of Color, and it's written by Dr. Morton Walker. And he speaks of green from a metaphysical perspective. And he says about it, emerald green is often the symbol of hope and growth and is used this way in many Christian paintings. To Muslims, green is a sacred color symbolizing immortality. The Buddha is often painted against a green background to denote the permanent life behind all of man's temporary incarnations. And emerald green returns us to the Bible because it says in Revelation 4:2, I was in the Spirit, there was a throne, and one was sitting on the throne, and he that sat upon the throne like a jasper, and there was a rainbow about the throne like unto an emerald, green light. The scientist at NASA, who has a flying prototype of a ship that flies by laser, is not coming from New Age stuff. It comes from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration and Space Science News. This ship flies on laser power. Now, looking down above you right now from space is supernova 1987A, which you have seen. The center eye of supernova 1987A is green. And it's on fire now. If you look in the color spectrum, the center of the color spectrum is the color green. Now, I showed you a few weeks ago a scientific diagram showing the human eye, and the human eye senses color